Hi, my name is Meredith.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, pretty good. So what brings you in today? Tell me what's going on.
I had a really bad asthma attack when I was working out the other day, and my allergies have gotten really bad too.
Okay. Do you have a history of asthma?
Yeah, I've had asthma since I was a kid, and I
Okay.
had sinus surgery when I was 12. So.
Okay. All right. Well, let me go ahead and do respiratory assessment. I'm going to listen to everything, make sure everything's going good. Okay. So first, I'm going to look at your overall shape. It's an oval. That's good. You can lift your arms up for me. Do a 2-to-1 ratio. Make sure your chest is good. Good. I don't see any bulges, no lesions. Any of this feel tender at all? No? Okay, good. Can I see your hand for me? Okay. Make sure your capillary refill. Make sure it turns to normal color. Have pretty good oxygenation. That looks good. Put your head up for me. Check your trachea positioning. Okay. Feels good. Feels good. I'm gonna go ahead and do some percussions. It's basically, I'm just gonna kind of tap it and just see what it sounds like. Okay. Put your arms up for me. A couple on this side. And okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take a listen. Okay, if you give me some deep breaths. Okay, put your arms up for me. Give me a couple more on this side. And again. One more. Okay, you can breathe normal. Okay. Okay, we're just going to do the same thing on the back. I'm going to do percussion a little bit first. Listen to your lungs again. If you can give me some more deep breaths. Cap it in again. Okay, you can breathe normally. Okay, if you can repeat after me, say 99.
99.
And one more time.
99.
Okay, good. You can take one more big breath for me. Good. See my head. So what did you have for breakfast today?
I had some toast, some yogurt.
Did you have anything to drink?
Yeah, I had some milk.
Some milk? All right. Okay, well, everything sounds pretty good. Your lungs are very clear. When I was going to go ahead and listen to when you were talking, and it doesn't sound like you have any secretions, any fluid in your lungs, which is good. So the physician will be in shortly to see you, okay? All right, it was nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Today.
I'm feeling alright. My back and my neck can feel a little better though.
Okay, do you have any history of back or neck problems?
Yeah, I've had scoliosis, some problems with that in the past.
Okay, well what we're going to do right now is just a simple musculoskeletal assessment and make sure everything's going okay before you see the physician.
Alright.
Is that okay?
Sure.
Alright, let's start with your neck. Let's do flexion and extension, so forwards and back. Okay, now do it against the pressure of my hand. Okay, now let's do lateral rotation, so side to side. Alright, great, against the pressure of my hands. Alright, lateral flexion, so like this, side to side. Okay, now against my hand. Alright, great, so your neck looks great shape. Now let's work on your shoulders. So let's do flexion and extension. How's that feel?
Feels okay. Not too bad.
Against pressure. Cool down. Okay, good. Now let's do circumduction. So can you just give me some big like circles right there? Alright, great. Now let's do abduction and adduction. So take them away from the body and back in. Okay. Now pull them away again. Okay. Now pull them back in. Okay. And then let's do some like a shrug your shoulders, depression and elevation. Okay. All right. Your shoulders look in great shape. Now let's start with your elbows. Flexion and extension. All right, looks good. Now pull up against the weight of my hand with your elbows. Okay, great. So your elbows look great. Let's move to the wrists. Your, yeah, your wrists are a little tender. Okay, so let's do flexion and extension with those wrists. There you go. And then let's move them laterally. Okay. And let's do some supination and pronation. Right, wrists look great. Let's move to the spine, so just stand up. Okay, so let's check the forward flexion and backward extension. So just bend up the spine forwards and then bend back. Okay, great. And then lateral, so side to side. How's that feeling?
It feels alright.
Feels all right? Okay.
It hurts a
now,
little though.
let's do the circumduction. Turn.
See, that's when it starts to hurt. Right over there.
Okay. So it hurts when you do it like that. All right, I'm going to test the degree of your spine. Can you go ahead and bend forwards for me? Okay. I'm going to run this along your spine. I'm getting 14 degrees to the left. Okay, so maybe your scoliosis did get a little worse.
Oh no.
So now that we're done with your spine, we're going to move to the hips. Okay, abduction and adduction with the hips. All right, now let's do it against pressure. Okay. Now bring it back in, so put your belly back out. In. Okay, great. Now circumduction with the hips. Of the hips, so each foot. Does that feel okay?
Feels alright.
Okay, other leg. All right, so we're going to test your hip extension, flexion. So bring your leg forwards and backwards. Okay, great. Can you do the other one for me? Okay, great. Okay, test the pressure. Push up. Okay, pull back. Okay, great. All right, so let's go back to the bed. Flexion and extension. We need to check your knees. So flexion and extension. Does that feel good?
It's alright.
All right, against pressure. All right, now let's check your ankles. So let's check your plantar flexion and extension. So point and flex for me. All right, now let's do the other one. And then check this against resistance. So I need you to point against my hand. Okay, now I need you to flex against me. Okay, great. Now we're going to check the lateral flexion. So can you bring your ankles in and out? Good. Now, inversion and exversion, basically you're going to roll your ankle in and then roll your ankle out. Does that feel okay? Everything looked really good. I did see some tenderness in the back with some of the range of movements I was testing, so I'll make sure to notify the physician so he can come check that out for you, okay?
Okay, well thank you so much.
You're welcome. Come in.
Well, hello there. How are you today?
I'm okay.
You're okay? And what's going on with you?
I just felt a bump in my left boot.
Okay, and how does it feel? Is it tender? Is it hard? How would you
It
describe
doesn't
that?
hurt, and it's not too hard, but it's definitely there.
And for how long have you noticed it there for?
It's probably been there for about 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Mhm.
Alrighty. And what about your history of, do you have any family history of that, or?
Well, my maternal grandmother, she did have a mastectomy.
Oh, okay. Well, then we're going to just check on all of this for you here today. And first, I'm just going to start off by inspecting. Let's see. So the size, of course, that looks fine. That looks great. If there is a slight difference in the size of your two breasts, that's perfectly okay. And there's nothing too different going on. So that's all right. And then the symmetry, everything looks great. Let me just make sure there's no dimpling or any lesions, anything going on there. Okay, so that looks fine. So the only thing you could tell is just that lump, right? in
Yeah.
your left. Okay, so now I'm going to palpate around your nipple and breast area just to see what's going on so we can compare our findings and everything. So I'm going to bring the head up. Okay, so I'm going to bring this railing down. Okay, so I'm going to take this pillow out from underneath you. All right, thank you. And now if you can put this arm behind your head, and I'm going to put this pillow underneath your shoulders. Thank you. Okay, so now I'm going to start off by palpating, and I'm going to go from your nipple outwards, okay? So tell me if you feel any discomfort or anything going on so we can look into that a little further. Okay, so now I'm going to see. Okay, and now I'm going to go around. And you said you haven't felt any discomfort in this breast, correct?
No.
Okay, so now I'm just going to check your axillary lymph nodes here. Just going to palpate those. Okay, that looks fine. Okay, and now we're going to go switch over to the other breast, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you can just bring this arm down for me, I'm just going to switch over sides.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. You already got that covered then. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same assessment but on this side of the breast, and this is where you felt the discomfort, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now I'm going to palpate again from the nipple outward. Okay, and that's kind of the area.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And you said 2 weeks. Okay, now I'm going to go. Okay, now I'm going to go around. So you said it's a little tender, or you can't really feel much? Correct?
I don't really feel it. I just noticed it when I do examinations.
Okay, so check the axillary lymph nodes. Okay, so nothing abnormal going on over there. So the only thing I can see, or the only thing I can really feel a little different is, like you said, that little lump you said in your left breast. So I'm going to bring in the physician. He's going to take a look at you, and from there he'll be able to further assess and see what's going on, and he'll be able to tell you a little more specifics about everything that's going on. So, well, thank you for your assistance, and I'm going to
Thank you.
button you back up. Okay, and then he'll be in shortly, so just relax for now, and then we'll be able to take care of you in a little bit.
Okay.